my friends. Some of my friends. Okay, let's get into this one. So, one of my favorite things to talk about is stocks. So, yeah, this stream will be centered around mental health because mental health is huge. That's one of my biggest things that I care about. That real zoning into your drinking because I want you guys to control it. That goes for everything, weed and whatnot. Because if you do not control it, then it will take over your life. It will throw you down the toilet and also destroy your family life. But I want to get into this stock real quick because this just makes me laugh. Okay, MST, full disclosure, I do own some. So it is now $36.28. But I want you to focus in on this part. Could you imagine buying when it first came out? Could you imagine buying when it first came out? Well, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought it was. Yeah. So I don't know why it's not showing. Yeah. So at one time, so it did reach. So so the MST ETF at one point reached 4K, $4,000. That is unbelievable. Oh my God! Could you imagine buying when it was $4,000? Now it's down to it is down to $36. That is wild. That is wild. You want to talk about living a nightmare? So imagine buying the Defiance Leverage Long Income MicroStrategy ETF at 4K, then it falls to $36. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is not financial advice. You do what you want to do. Your money, your problem. So yeah, mental health Monday. So people, so if you have clinical mental health problems, that is totally different. Okay, but if you're just going through the daily grind, you really need to figure out a system that works for you because mental health problems will absolutely destroy your life. Okay, so we all have mental health struggles from time to time. It's perfectly normal. Okay, but I really want you to focus in on journaling. Plus, I really want you to focus in on surrounding yourself with proper people. Plus, you drinking too much. Maybe your weed is making it worse. Maybe you like cigarettes because that could contribute to anxiety. But mainly weed and the alcohol. So I really want you to zone in on those rough patches. Really, really look into what is driving down your mental health state. Okay, money. If it comes to money, that's perfectly normal. Okay, the high cost of living, we all go through that, especially we all work 5 days a week, correct? And busting our ass, but then the cost of living keeps going up. That is perfectly fine to feel down. Okay, but you need to try to make your living situation better, cut costs, whatnot. Okay, now if it comes to women or guys, if you're a girl dating guys, you need to realize that you can only do the best you can. Okay, you cannot pay for partners if a girl is only there with you for money, that's gonna backfire, vice versa. So if a guy's with you just for money, that's gonna backfire too. So all you can do is try your best. But if you are in a relationship that is draining, you are better off just cutting the person loose. Okay, you are better off just cutting the person loose because they will put you into a never ending spiral because we've all seen these abusive relationships. They think it's perfectly normal, which is not normal. Guys and girls, because guys get abused too. So it's not normal. So if your only fear is, oh God, but I'm too old now, what if I might not find somebody? There are plenty of fish in the sea. You just gotta have the confidence. Plus, you had to love yourself. Okay, you have to love yourself enough to know that you deserve better than that abusive relationship. Okay, because it just keeps dragging you down. Now it's very very complex because there's kids that they grow up, they come from abusive families. That's all they know. Sounds sad, right? Kids grown into abusive families. That is all they know. Then what happens? They get into abusive relationships. Then they think it's normal. Okay, that is why these poor people need to realize that it's not normal. Okay, you can do better now. That's going to take a long time. Therapy, things of that sort. So it's very complex, but I'm just talking about basic mental struggles. You need to journal. Okay, you need to journal. You need to catch those intrusive thoughts. Okay, that's what you need to do. Catch those intrusive thoughts. Know that they are not you. Plus, I really want you to focus in on your diet because sweets could be making you pissed off. The energy drinks can be making you pissed off because that's what happens to me from time to time. I will have a whole box of fucking donuts. Then I will be fucking pissed off. Okay, so I will have a whole box of donuts and be pissed off. Okay, sweets piss me off. So that's why I rarely have sweets. The energy drinks, pre workouts, I don't do that anymore. But yeah, you really need to focus in on diet. But so along with going to the gym, you really need to focus in on your mental health because you need both. Okay, my friends, you need both. You could be in shape, you could have the perfect diet, but if your mental health is not in order, that will ruin your life. Okay, so May is mental health month. I believe that June is men's men's mental health awareness, correct? And so yeah, so I want to hear from you guys. Do you struggle with anxiety, self doubt? Do you have depression? Seasonal depression, that's a big one for me. Very strange when it gets cold. I do go through these low points, but yeah. So if you have a clinical depression, that is totally different. You need to go to a doctor because you guys, man, you guys are my heroes because that's just absolutely terrible. You see what these people go through with the oh my god, the actual clinical depression, but they just keep fighting. They keep going. You guys are my heroes. So yeah, keep your mental health in order. Journal, but you could even read self-help books. Even go on YouTube. Watch people that go through YouTube. I watched this one. Let me shout her out. She's one of my favorites. She is okay. Her YouTube is Elena, Alina. That's one of my favorite YouTubers. She just posts some very very good videos, and especially when she shows her being absolutely depressed. I mean, that's good because people need to see that because there are so many people that go through the same thing. Okay, they feel like absolute dog shit, but then you have people like her where it's clinical. So yeah, her YouTube is Alina Pumpkin, Alina Pumpkin. So yeah, go check her out. She has some good stuff. She's one of my favorites. So yeah, mental health, you really need to get it in order because that will run rampant. You could be in the best physical shape of your life, but if you do not have your mental health in order, it will run rampant. So yeah, diet's huge. You could even be watching negative movies, which really impacts your mental state, like the doomers. And everyone is perfectly fine to be doomer once in a while, especially when you see the current state of things. So yeah. So that being said, make sure to like the stream. Comment. Do you have low points? Okay, my friends, do you have low points? And how do you deal with low points? So that being said, I hope you enjoy your Monday. Stay safe out there, my friends.